get well soon. I'm sorry for my interruption, reader. Please again confirm the next point on our voyage. Sea of Solace. By the scribes, the sea! I didn't know it was so beautiful. Having escaped the waters of Worm Gulf, you can now see what must be the hulk of oars far on the horizon. Not everyone has taken well to the sea voyage, however. Tizo was wondering if Hedwin is feeling better. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do now is wish him a swift recovery. Reader, sir, from this point our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instructions. Please consult with your companions about which course to take. The north current toward the hulk of oars runs as quick as Under King Oars himself. Faye believes that the 8 scribes will bless you here. Fathomless Trench. The south current toward the hulk of oars teems with fish and other life. Tizo wants to fish for something tasty here. For Tizo! The sea is peaceful for the most part, save for occasional strange shimmers beneath the surface. You realize the lone minstrel is looking down at them along with you. Those shapes down there, some must be worms of the sea dominion cast into exile. I understand they tirelessly fought the Commonwealth's wars, having grown weary of their own. They must make worthy adversaries. Scraw! Tizo appears to have spotted something tasty. He dives without warning into the depths below. And there he goes again. That one enjoys being at sea despite its perils. Eventually, the little imp resurfaces, clutching something in its claws. Tizo caught a spotted slurg. You could always sell it. Poor guy went through so much work to catch us food, and we just put it in a bag, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna sell this. At last you arrive at the hulk of oars after journeying across the sea. It seems the next rite is to commence here soon, though there is no sign of your next adversaries yet. What's up? Reader, a moment of your time. You can have all my moments. You ask what's on her mind. Hedwin. He's beginning to recover from his illness, however, its sudden onset serves as a reminder, I believe. I have known Hedwin since he was a child. Even now I hesitate to say he has grown. Nevertheless, there are such things even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to our freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent. Speak not a word of this to him, of course, in case that is unclear. I shall tell him in my own way if and when the time requires. In any case, when Times reminds me of his mortal weaknesses, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. So she's a demon in this world. I'm guessing they live a long time because she said his mortal weakness. She trails off for a while. What I mean to say is, you should know I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Hedwin is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons, one of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That's all I wish to say. Take care, reader. She nods and brushes past you towards the door. Okay. Silver Cudgelhead, a limbless, cold-blooded creature rescued from the sea. It is fully grown, and it has led a rich life. Nautical Bell, among the Black Wagon seafaring equipment, Hedwig uses it to signal when food is ready. Down the river. The Emperor Solium Mur knew naught of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Solarian in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. Once more you've returned to me. What is it, reader? Scribe trial. Wait, I can't do it again? No one's worthy. What's on your mind? There is an undulation I have sensed, reader, which means I think that your black wagon sails the seas, am I not right? Of course I am. She laughs at this, or at herself perhaps. I scarce remember the sea. It has been a little while since I bathed in it, you understand. My memories of it are wistful nonetheless, although if I remember correctly, the Sea of Solace is a disgusting mockery of the emerald seas near the Empire. Do be careful out there, will you? Now let me cease my prattling, lest I extend my sentence by another such eternity or two. We'd best stick to business. My sentence. Farewell. Go forth and show your adversaries what you have learned. This game is funny to watch, but hard on Muck's voice, I hear. Oh, I just didn't realize I'd be reading so much. But yeah, we'll be swapping over to another game. Like, I wouldn't do this all in one session. Hey, you guys, funny running into you out here, running right in the middle of the drink, know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today. Take a look, I'll give you a good deal. I know you're gonna like that stuff, guys. It's pretty woo, know what I mean? And if you want some more now, I know the individual and his dad who can get it. Catch my meaning? Yeah, just stop and buy some at the time. The first rank up didn't do anything, but the second one did. Okay. They're leaving, Dad. Just look at how much we got this time. Commence. Having landed at the Hulk of Ores, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rites are to commence again. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look just like Master Headwind? Wait, I think, what's that? A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognize it as a worm of the Sea Dominion. What they are all doing here, you see plain by the ritual raiments. The nearest one somehow loosens its mask. It's like Mike Wazowski plus Earthworm Jim. Good sirs and good ladies. So it is you that heeds the summons to glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Wait, I just realized he had a helmet on under his helmet. I hope his name is Willie, because he's got one eye. Well then, let us do battle now without delay. More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very honor, and this knight fully intends to reclaim his. Oh, and lest this knight forget, he is called Sir Gilman. He salutes you all on behalf of the Pyre Hearts, until the contest. He splashes out of view, just as the stars above begin to shimmer with strange light. So, new body type on the field, perhaps? We fought like the quadrupeds and the rot lady, the tall horned people, the humanoids.
Even the vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the Hulk of Ores. You would be wise not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look. I am, of course, referring to the Pyre Hearts. These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy. I expect your battle to be glorious.
Glorious! Your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the Hulk of Ores. As your adversaries clamber into view, Ruki paws up to them. So what are you worms even doing here? Can't you just swim back to the Commonwealth, to the Sea Dominion, or wherever it is you're from? Haha, an excellent point. It seems that these adversaries in the rites are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Just get rid of them already, Gilman. As your commanding officer, this knight hereby commands it. Hark! This knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. Doff your helm, sire, as is our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. Sir Gelman attends to his commander's mask, despite his protests. Wait, give this knight his mask. This knight hereby presents to you the great Sir Deluge, a noble visage, is it not? Looks like a minion right now. Sir Deluge trembles and yes, you can swim, or no? Ha! Of course we knights can swim. All knights of the Sea Dominion can. But we are exiles in this land, the same as ye. We can swim, 'tis true, but 'tis summarily impossible to swim back up the river down with which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there is but one way to return. Silence, Gilman! Nobody cares! Back to your post! Sir Gilman hesitates, but does as he is told. This knight knows who you are, Nightwings, and he's not afraid of you. He somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height. En garde! The exiles of the Worm Triumvirate take their positions as you focus on the Book of Rites. Reader, Hedwin's illness means he cannot help us here. He shall be counting on us.
Now let us get started. Jodariel. Fe. Tizo. It is done.
Riha! Tizo doesn't seem intimidated in the slightest by Sir Gilman and Sir Deluge. Gilman, status report. What is the enemy's position? They now stand ready to confront us, sire. A very brave triumvirate they seem to this night's eye. Brave? Air-sucking monsters, one and all. Pyre hearts, be ready.
Now begin. Now take it. Banished, one and all. A favorable start. That one almost got through. Glory!
Touchdown! Now I set myself on fire by throwing myself in this thing.
Be gone!
Avenging aid. Wait, what? What was that?
Au revoir now, Sir Deluge. Banishment for all. Deliverance.
Oh, I thought he might have died there for a second.
Someone there rose to the occasion. Splendid.
Gelman, your form is sloppy. Fight them as though your miserable life is on the line. Your words do wound me, sire. This knight gives every right his very, very best. Though perhaps we do have much to learn from such a brave triumvirate as the one whom we now face. Whose side are you on? Get out there and vanquish them at once. Our adversaries stand divided. Let us take advantage of the opening.
There seems to be dissension in your adversaries' ranks. 'Tis little wonder these fool worm knights are no longer fit. Onward thus to greater glory. Once more like that, and we are finished here. Poor little bug-eyed worm.
Oh, that was so close.
I thought they had you there.
Ah, dang it.
That ought to wake you up.
Why is the imp not respawning?
Too bad.
It took him a long time to reappear. I'm sorry, what?
Banished all of them. And it is done.
This feels like a Winter's Day snowball fight. Yeah.
Their adversaries proved no match for them. Thus end this night's proceedings.
I expected more from the Worm Knights of the Sea Dominion. The sea was making me a little queasy, honestly, but we still won. We won. Screw yeah! Tizo is very pleased to have prevailed against the Worm Knights of the Pyre Hearts. This knight commends you, noble Night Wings. Gloriously fought indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days. Silence, Gilman! This is all your fault now, cavorting with the enemies. How dare you! This knight was but attempting honorary compliments, sire. It is not in accordance with the rights to praise one's adversary on not a worthy outcome. Worthy? This knight will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You are a failure, Gilman. Get out from this knight's sight.
What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles? Something's awakened in the moon-touched girls.
The scribes, they whisper to me, they do, from time to time. The brief charge-up time before Faye jumps or sprints is virtually eliminated. The brief charge-up time before Faye can cast her auras is greatly reduced. Let's go running.
A devious trick from the rope collar. Until the next
Gilman deserves better. I love Pyre Headwind is my goat. Hey Matthew, I'm playing it for the first time. Currently Headwind is seasickness. After thwarting the Pyre Hearts rather decisively, you at last return to the wagon with your companions. There's little discussion of the Pyre Hearts, who seem to have already swam off toward whatever next the stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exiles' attentions turn toward your companion, who is absent for the rite. How is Headwind? The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words form as yet. Something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden. And he simply would not listen. I am very sorry, but... Wait, what? Wait, did he leave? Everyone stares at the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes a heavy sigh. But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Oh... It sounded like it was leading up to, like, he left. Or he's dead. Minstrel! I should wring that neck of yours. As I was attempting to explain, he is already up and about. Despite my having strongly recommended further rest. Those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage take ill. They are very likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden, or at least sedentary. Headwind is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. What are you, a doctor? Nay, although I traveled with one once, extensively. Reminds me of those commercials on TV that's like, I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. And then they would go on to give medical advice, and it was like, but you just said you're not a doctor. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Tariq, but I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to know how things turned out tonight. I haven't had to stay out of a rite like that before. So you are back among the living then, Headwind. I was just seasick. Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we could all use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you everyone for your concern, and I'm sorry I worried you or caused you further burden. He turns to you. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. You follow him outside where the night sky awaits. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the rite back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through it. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anywhere in the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. He bids you good evening and you turn your attention back to the sky. The stars shine down upon you. Seek again your destination. Where is there. Trieste the Silver Star. The Silver Star burns bright over the fissured lands of Black Basin. Interact to determine the location of the next rite. Muck has a lot of reading ahead of him. According to howlongtobeat.com, the game is about like 11 hours long. We're about 2.5 in right now. Still further north, then. Hey, is it bedtime? All right, chat. I need to tell the boy goodnight. I will be right back. Okay, he's off to bed. Alright, still further north then. Not simply north, this shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Our destination is beyond the deathless tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. Can't we go around it? Given our confrontation with the Pyre hearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse. Come on, people, it'll be just another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? You all concur that rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the deathless tempest. What's up, dude? Tizo has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea and seems pleased to see you. Krihi. He's grateful at having had the opportunity to catch a fish for old time's sake. He's asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. You sense his inquiry is rhetorical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Ah, he loves catching fish because he hates them and everything they stand for. This reminds me of the golem in Dragon Age Origins that just like freaking hated pigeons and like stomped them every chance it got. He has devoted his life to the eradication of their kind ever since they killed his family. What? He seems on the verge of tears, though as far as you're aware, imps cannot cry. He then leers at you eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. Smile and nod. You smile and nod in the most encouraging way possible, though without being insincere about it, following Tizo's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. He admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Ron pays a lot of salt for them. He shrugs at you and bounces off. +1 hope. Continue. Okay, just going till the next autosave. The north current towards Stormwall passes by old carcasses of ships long gone. Ricky spotted wreckage in the area, believes there could be valuables. Froth Sea. The south current towards Stormwall brims with large sea creatures. Tizo seems very eager to see the wagon head in this direction. We've never followed Ricky's advice at all. Let's try it for once. The remnants of a shattered fleet do little to raise the confidence of your companions, given that the massive deathless tempest rages to the north not far from your position. We ought to be more concerned with that storm than in finding trinkets, Greentail. Relax already, Jody, and let me do my job. I don't show up when you're out there keeping watch and start telling you to come off it now, do I? You interrupt me in the middle of my work no fewer than 4 times per day. They go on like this for some time before turning to you. Investigating the wreckage is going to take time away, but you may find something to show for it. Yeah, I'd look for valuables. You suggest it may be worthwhile to continue searching through the wreckage after having come this far. Ricky grins wide. Knew you'd see it my way, chum. Let's see what we can get. After an exhaustive search... Sorry, chum, I think I was just chasing the refraction of the sun or something. There's nothing down there. Joe Dariel fumes at all of this, but says nothing. -1 hope to Joe Dariel. She's just like silently dying. You and your companions look upon the deathless tempest. The stars demand you sail beyond it, yet the very thought is beyond reason. Something in the nearby water stirs, and from it springs something familiar. Hold, good ladies and good sirs. The sniper beseeches you hear him, if you please. What is it now, worm? The rites are ended. We have no further need of you. Oh, but you do. And in turn, this knight has further need of you. Good lady. Out with it then. Let us be joined. Phrasing. Let this knight join you, please. Can you believe this, Edwin? Not really? No. Nay, look ye not so surprised. Your valor in the rites did stir this poor knight's soul. He swears to you, upon his long-lost honor as a would-be knight-errant of the sea dominion, that he shall serve you to the end. What about your other worm friends back there, the Pyre hearts? They are base cowards. Base cowards. Freaking look at his eye. This knight can no longer abide such spineless characters, having witnessed true glory in our clash upon the hulk of Horus. Never before have we been trounced so thoroughly. And furthermore, this knight shall aid your passage through the deathless tempest. Is it not so that you seek passage north? Without this knight's aid, you shall achieve your wish. With this knight's aid, you shall achieve your wish. Sir Gilman continues to persuade you for quite some time. He seems to know a way to cross the storm, some sort of long-held secret among worms exiled to these waters. Jadario pulls the rest of you aside after Hedwyn gives her a look. Are you most sure that Sandalwood would want this thing alone? Mostly sure? Sandalwood wants someone for each mask, and this one seems about as good as we're going to get. Jadario glowers back at the worm, who tries his best to look presentable. Hedwyn is more gracious. He tells Sir Gilman that if he promises to help you cross the Deathless Tempest, he can come along for now. This knight is overjoyed, and he hereby swears to see you pass the storm. So first, this knight requires your consent. Consent is very important. Give unto this knight your blessings, in the name of the Nightwings, and thus shall he go forth. Yes. As you begin to say something in response, Gilman cries out in triumph. He vanishes into the depths. Yet, though through this close encounter with him, you cling to some sense of where he's going and what he intends to do. He is determined to help you cross the Deathless Tempest, help see his mission through. Okay. He has an aura trail that extends behind him. Press right-click to snap to the end of the trail and aura splash. Worm tutorial? Determined to prove himself to you in the Nightwings, Gilman emerges somewhere in the outer reaches of the Sea of Solace and calls out to you. Master Reader, if you can hear this knight, then he implores you now. Lend him your guidance. This knight's objective ought be not far east of here. Today we shall bring peace to the embroiled sea. However, know, however, that among this knight's brethren, the actions we are about to take are highly forbidden. But they are highly just. Thus Sir Gilman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. Traverse the reef. Hark! Yonder lie the foul spawn of unfathomed Plurnes, boiling the seas with their wrath. Exiled worms within these waters long have harbored these abominations, using them to bar passage through the downside's channels for any save the knight's own kind. Be gone now from here, fiends! This night shall finish what the Underking Ores started. Banish the foul spawn. I don't see it. Press right-click to splash to the end of Gilman's trail. Oh, it's the bubbles. Hold it right there, you traitorous slug! How dare you turn your back on this knight? To your superiors! Superior by rank no longer, for we no longer serve the Commonwealth. Last this night checked. Here you hold no sway over this night. Ah! What have you done to the spawn? Have you no honor left at all? Rarf says, hey Muk, who do you like the most so far of the characters? The Imp. He's cute. This knight has done that which required doing. His honor cannot sink much lower anyhow. He figured this would be an ideal time to free himself from servitude to you. Why, you dare staunch the Tempest for those Nightwings? Good Sir Deluge, this knight was born to dare! Now come and fight this knight, if you so dare as well! Ah! Pyrehearts, banish him! That is an order! Banish the Pyrehearts, 0 out of 8. Ah. You see, Gilman, you shall ever be inferior, even amongst the weakest of our kind. Gilman, where did you go? Gilman! Gilman! Sir Gilman's banishment served as the perfect ruse for him to elude his adversaries and return to his newfound allies. Yeah, I didn't see the enemy trail. I hit it by accident. This knight would say it was an honor serving you, Sir Deluge, but that would be a bald-faced lie. Bald face. And yet another stain upon his blackened reputation. Until we meet again. You lowly traitor, this knight will have your head. Gilman! Muk, you're using mouse or keyboard. It uses the mouse cursor. I tried WASD, it doesn't work on this. As the day wears on, there is still no sign of the Worm Knight. Your companions grow restless, but then... Hail! This knight returns with newfound tales to tell and new scars to show for them. Sir Gilman is sopping wet and visibly shaken. He struggles to maintain decorum. He is, in short, the very image of a Worm Knight. And more importantly, the little Tempest ought no longer pose a threat for now. Behold! As if on cue, the deathless Tempest begins to simmer and subside. Have you considered reading books on stream? I'd be better prepared than I was tonight. Would you look at that? He really did it. Of course this knight did it! Now, if it would be alright with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. The Worm Knight then collapses in exhaustion. You and Hedwyn help him up. A deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Nightwings. Huzzah! Sir Gilman joined the group. He had just passed out from exhaustion, so that means he woke up, cheered, and then passed out again. Sir Gilman joined the group. He also revealed a path north for you. Bid him welcome. Okay. This sure is interesting, yeah. Alright. I am going to save it here. My voice needs a break. We're going to save it there, chat. And we can pick it up from here next time.